Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure if I'm working this thing right. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm not sure that I am working this correct. Let me see if I can share screen, get this done correctly. As some of you might know, I am not the most technically savvy cat that you've ever met. So let's see if I've got this working correctly. Hold on. Da, 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 da. I think I'm going to have to restart this, doggone it. I apologize if that is the case. Let's see. I've got this going here. Video's going. Let's see. Optimize.
We can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
And
I'm sorry, you said you can hear me?
yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Great, great, great. All right. Let's see how I... Okay, I am up there. I'm going to mute everybody's off there. Excellent. Fantastic. Now, if I can get this to share my screen, we'll be ready to rock and roll. It's very exciting. Okay, let's do that. Share my screen, and we play. Boom! All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my quick webinar here. I'm going to go through a lot of information very quickly today. This is like an hour-long thing, and I condense it into 30 minutes because I like to work very, very quickly and get the information to you as fast as possible. For those of you who don't know me, well, let me tell you, first of all, this is about the bank code system. This is about how to create instant rapport. And I know a little bit of something about that. This is me. Look at that adorable mug. This is a little bit about me here. I have been an investor in real estate for over 20 years. I flipped houses for 10 years out of Houston. I'm doing apartment complexes now, repositions outside of California. I've been speaking on business relationships, dating relationships for about 12 years now internationally. I've been a voiceover guy for like 30 years, and I'm a neurolinguistics program certified coach, and I'm a bank licensed and certified trainer, and I'm also training with Brendan Bouchard for his High Performance Academy coaching. So the things I'm going to share with you today are going to be very valuable for you, so I highly recommend you have a pen and paper and take some notes. And let's move on. Now I want to talk to you about bank. Bank is this is our mission statement for bank. It is a systemology, it is a methodology, the only one scientifically proven to predict a person's buying behavior in less than 90 seconds. Many of you who are on here have had me do that with you with our cards, the 4 cards that we have. And this is the book that was written last year by Sherry Tree. She is the founder and CEO, and I'll tell you a little bit more about her later on. But this is just to press on you that this is fairly new. This is why you probably haven't heard of it yet. It is going to be very, very big coming very soon. So we're going to be talking about increasing your sales up to 300%. Utilizing the techniques I'm going to show you. But we're going to break it down. And I'm going to talk about this time, I'm going to talk a lot about connections and communications and building that rapport quickly. Because here's some numbers you need to know. 67% of all salespeople, when they go in, especially realtors, go in to get a listing or close a deal, 67% miss their quotas each month. 87% of them are not adequately prepared for that presentation. And 66% of all the people that are receiving those presentations are turned off by the presentations. So I'm going to tell you why that is in a minute. And the best salesperson outsells the average 57 to 1. I know you don't want to be on the wrong side of that equation. Probably if you're in real estate, which most of you are, then you probably know this gentleman right here, Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He says the ability to sell is the #1 skill in business. He heartily endorses the bank code system, by the way, as Sherry Tree was actually working with him a long time ago, and she shared the stage with him. So this is the big lie that's been told to us. In order to get more no's, you have to get more what? In order to get more yeses, you have to get more what? No's. We've heard this over and over, this sales is a numbers game. Well, what if there were a way to change that around? Instead of getting more no's, you just get more yeses. That's the part that got me whenever I saw this. It's like, you just need to get more yeses, not more no's. That's a waste of time. The secret is in bank. Because sales is not a numbers game, it's a people game. You're people, I'm a people, we're all a people. and we have to deal with each other. And Brian Tracy says, who's one of the best salespeople in the world, says all business is a people business, and he also heartily endorses the bank code system. The question we like to ask is it possible for one idea to change the world? And if you think about it, yes, absolutely. Look at Uber, look at Airbnb, especially for us in real estate, which is another thing I do some investments in as well. Tesla, there's a lot of things that the ideas can change rapidly, can change the world. And with bank, we're going to be talking about personality-based science to close more deals, connect deeply with your clients, and move forward rapidly. I think I went the wrong way there. Yes, I did. What happened? Uh-oh. There we go. And we're going, there we go. There's Sherry. Hello. This is our founder and CEO. She is the one who taught me personally and has asked me to expand this market, this region. And she basically back engineered the sales process. She's 20-year record. We're in 40 plus countries. As a matter of fact, Singapore is now teaching this system to their students in schools. It's really amazing, and we'll talk about that later. This is the #1 personality-based sales training in the world. Really quickly about Sherry, she started out in sales a long time ago, and she was making $700 a year, not exactly burning things up. And over the course of the next 5 years, she did what a lot of us do. She went to courses, she got coaches, she read books, she did everything she could, upped her sales up to $72,000 a year. Not bad, but she wasn't happy. She really wanted to find something else. So she really broke it down and started asking people, why did you say no? Why was this? Why was this? She started to reverse engineer the process in the field. And once she did that, she came up with the precursor to the system I'm showing you today. And she used to do it on little index cards. And she increased her sales up to 695%. That's her commissions. I take that back. It was just her commissions. Then she found out that her sales force that she led she could scale this. She could teach other people this as a science. And once she did that, she found that it worked and other people could do that. And her commissions shot up over $1 million in the course of 3 years. Very nice. And then here she is on the cover of Success from Home magazine. She's the third one back there. I think she's the third most sought after female public speaker in the world. Kiyosaki, Richard Branson. In 2013, she was invited to speak at the master's class at Harvard University about bank to show them this. And they said it was genius. Then she was asked to speak at Berkeley. And for those of you that are very big on science, I told you I was going to show you the science behind this. This is a white paper that scientifically validates that the bank system predicts buying behavior in less than 90 seconds. And I'm happy to get the white paper to you. That's easily done. I can send you the PDF on the full thing if you'd like that. One of our favorites, Albert Einstein, any fool can complicate things. It takes a genius to simplify them. Now, I'm going to show you the science behind bank. See, personality science tells us, we know this for a fact, that there are 4 personality types. We've known this forever. You've probably taken a course somewhere, a DISC course, color code, Myers-Briggs, and that sort of thing. So we all know that's scientific, that's universal truth. We all have 4. We call them blueprint, action, nurturing, and knowledge. And when I broke the cards with you, you know which one you are. There's Hippocrates. We're talking about him. There's the assessments I told you about. But see, the missing link in all of the psychological tests, the psychology tests, they're missing one thing. They don't ask why people buy. So Sherry calls it, this is not psychology, this is biology. We have reverse engineered why people buy, what values they use. And being an NLP coach, this is like an NLP master hack, because in the master prac, we call it, it's a further assessment in neuro-linguistic programming, we really focus in values. But it takes about 5 to 7 minutes if you are a master practitioner of NLP to break out somebody's buying strategy. We're able to do it in 90 seconds or less without having to take all of that training. Plus, all of the other personality tests, some of you might be asking right now, it's like, well, okay, so they've got 4 and bank has 4. What's the difference? Here's what we say. Bank is exactly the same, only completely different. And this biology part, that's why it's completely different. You can take all of the psychology tests you want. I think like the Myers-Briggs takes like 45 minutes, and you can't really go to someone you're wanting to list a house with or someone you want to close on a deal with and say, here, take this 25 question or 100 question personality test so that I can communicate with you better and we can move quicker. It doesn't work that way. However, utilizing the 4 cards, we can do that. So here's a little statistic for you from the Challey Group. 18% of buyers will buy, only 18% of buyers will buy from a salesperson who doesn't match the buyer's personality type, but 82% will buy when the types are aligned. So if, for example, if one of your cards you found that you were a nurturing as your first personality type, and I come in there and go, let me talk about the money and the opportunity, blah, 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 I'm going to really throw you. I probably just did that there, and I'm sorry. But that's the point. They are different personality types. So most of us are delivering the personality from our personality, thinking maybe they have the same personality. But if they don't, you're missing out on a lot. So we crack the personality code and take it to the bank. We call it, it's the cryptex. Now, if you remember the Da Vinci Code, the cryptex here held the secret to the Holy Grail. What we call the secret to the Holy Grail is the yes you want to get from your clients. So in the Da Vinci Code, it was a papyrus, little piece of papyrus scroll that had where the Holy Grail was, and it was surrounded by a vial of vinegar encased in very, very thin glass. So if you put in the wrong code and attempted to open it, the glass would shatter and the vinegar would dissolve the papyrus, leaving you with nothing. And that happens in sales. See, I think you've probably done this before. Have you ever been delivering a sales presentation to someone and you've watched as their eyes glaze over and you know you just lost the sale because you cracked the vial and you lost the message? So this is a way to open it up and be able to see that Holy Grail, which is the yes and why they buy. Tony Robbins, amazing. He says, let your prospect determine your presentation. So how many presentations do you have currently when you go to see a client? Probably one. Most of us have one. How many should you have? 4. And we're going to show you about that, because the most common mistake is when you're delivering your presentation, you're delivering it probably, like I say, from your personality type. So you're getting it right about 1 out of 4 times because you have 4 personality types. So you're hitting it about 25% correctly. But you're missing out on 3 out of 4 of the people that you're talking to because you're simply not connecting to them correctly. It's like this. Here's how we say it. It's like, so if you have B, let's say the B on here is English. We're speaking English. We can understand each other. But if you have the other level on A, here's the other personality type, but they speak Spanish. So unless you speak Spanish, like ¿Dónde está el baño? Rápido, por favor, then you cannot connect with them because they will not understand you. But now you speak Spanish. Bueno, great. So you speak English and Spanish. You have upped your game by about 100%. Now on the next level, you have the N, the nurturing, which let's say that is French. Où est la toilette? Sacre bleu. Then you now speak English, Spanish, and French. So you have upped your game by about 200%. So your communication has expanded to 3 out of 4. And then the last one, we have, let's say, Japanese. Toire wa nandogo desu ka? Arigatou gozaimasu. Great. Now you speak English, Spanish, French, and Japanese. So now you have upped your possibility of making the sale by 300% because you speak to every personality type. That is incredibly powerful. And as I say, scientifically validated. I can show you the whole system, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it real quick. First of all, the bank code virtual training we have is absolutely phenomenal. Some of you have, I showed you the cards by hand. Well, we have it, it's all online. Everything is online. And we've just done an overhaul in the next 2 months. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's incredible. We have a training that shows you everything you need to know about how to use those cards. Excuse me. Because the fact that you can use those cards and break somebody's code in less than 90 seconds is great. However, if you don't know how to communicate with them and how to work it, then you're really not going to do yourself much good. So you need the training. We have all the virtual training you could possibly want. It's all interactive, state of the art, and can walk you through every little bit of it. It's very impressive. Now, let me go over something. Let me show you. This is where you're going to want to take some notes because you've seen these people. I'm going to go through the 4 personality types really quick. Oh, good. I'm making good time. And then you'll get an idea of why this is so powerful. We start with blueprint. Blueprint is what we call inside the box. You see the little box on the side there. Blueprint is inside the box. They're all about the rules. They're all about traditional conservative values. We're talking about people like police officers, military. You'll get some bankers, but they can go kind of the other way. Anybody that has the values, these values right here. Now, all of our 4 personalities, they have 12 values that stand out above all. And this is, as I say, scientifically proven. So you want to write down some of these or take a screenshot if you like. I'm absolutely fine with that. If you're on a Mac, you can hit Shift, Command, and the number 4, and a little crosshatch will come up in the corner and just drag it down. And you can take a picture of this because you're going to use this. This is important. These are the things that drive the blueprints. They are the just the facts, ma'am. That's that guy. Their traditional greeting is a handshake. You'll see, I'll go through some of the greetings, but these are clues to let you know that you're dealing with a blueprint. For example, I'll tell you a quick story. Sherry tells the story of working with a blueprint, and she went to a meeting and she was late. Her predominant personality is A, so A's are always late. So she arrived late to this meeting, and the guy had said, yes, bring all this stuff. I'm going to sign. We're going to do this deal. And she was 10 minutes late and didn't call. And she got everything out and handed it to him, and he just said, I'm not going to work with you, and I'm going to tell you why. You were late. You didn't call to contact me. Therefore, you don't respect my time. And then she lost the deal. And it was a big deal that she lost. So she learned that day. So a couple of hints. If you know you're dealing with a blueprint, 1, be on time. In fact, be early. If you're 30 minutes early to a meeting, they'll arrive right behind you. Sometimes they might even be there, depending on how blueprint they are. But they'll arrive afterwards, and they'll be like, wow, you're on time. And they'll love that. And for blueprints, you need to make the risk as little as possible. They hate risk. And if you're a realtor, here is a huge tip. If you know you're dealing with a blueprint and you're going to go show them houses and you say, well, let's do 3 houses. If you do the typical idea where they tell you, my budget is $600,000, and you show them a $500,000, a $575,000, and a $625,000 house, they're not going to respect you. You will probably lose that sale because they told you what their budget was and you went over it. You showed them something they can't do, and that is an insult to them. Just a little tip for you when you're out there. This is Shelly. I spoke with her the other day. She is in sales, and when she did this, she had existing clients, and she went back to them in 30 days and increased her sales up to 18,000%, utilizing each code with each person. She cracked all their codes and then reassessed their needs, which was best for them and best for her, and it went really well. Fantastic. Action. All right, there's my actions out there. High five. Woo, woo. Actions are outside the box. These are the ones when you go to a mixer and you see somebody wearing crazy colors and everything. And Noelle, you'll remember at that mixer where I saw you and see Justin and the other guys in the flamingo pants and all that. They were A's. I cracked their codes. They were both A's. So it was true. So we say the actions not only outside of the box, but they burn the box up and put dynamite in it and explode the box. They are all about the fun, attention, stimulation, spontaneity. They're your pal who's going to call you at 3 a.m. and say, let's go to Vegas. If I called you and done that, I'm sorry. Anyway, so they are a lot of fun. They're great to be with, but there's the good and the bad side. But if you're giving a presentation to an A, you need to be fast. Just bullet point it. Bam, bam, bam. Get to the end. Get to the fun. Get to the baseline. I'm going to make you a lot of money in a very, very short amount of time. Blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. And they go, great. Give me a Rolex. Now, a way to see the greetings are usually a high five, or as we said, they're going to do the fist bump thing. And there was some kid and his parent. They did this at one of our bank meeting things. The kid goes, potato. Dad goes, potato. They go, boom, French fries. I was like, that's funny. I'm like, potato, mash. Anyway, so that's the greeting. And this is Stephanie. She is actually a voice coach out of Maryland. And she had she had made a goal to, I think it was 6 or 7. She's actually in the book. I think all of these are in the book. She had a goal of 6 or 7 people that she wanted to get. So she used the cards and said, I need to book 6 clients in the next 30 days or 90 days. I think it was 30 days. And she booked every single one. Some people are utilizing this system. They're calling themselves serial closers because they are closing one after the other. It's really phenomenal. Now, nurturing. These are the people with a heart of gold. We love nurturing. You'll see nurturing are the type who will recycle the box, or as we say, well, they will gift wrap the box and give it away. They are phenomenal. They are great people to have on your team. They value relationships. They see relationships as currency. They want to connect with you. And this is why I said this is about building instant rapport, because when you can decipher somebody's code in less than 90 seconds and do it right at the front, there is nothing in this world that will build rapport quicker, except if you are very well trained in the bank code system and you can use the visual codes. We call it speed coding, so that you can look at somebody and pretty much sort of Sherlock Holmes it, see the matrix, and know initially what their values are. Sherry is the #1 authority on that in the world. She can look at almost anybody and free flow and talk their language. It's really quite amazing. And the nurturing, they value personal growth. If you're a realtor and you're showing a house to someone and you crack their codes, which I'll tell you a little bit about how to do that in open house, which is phenomenal. And you see that you're dealing with a nurturing, let's say the wife is nurturing, the husband is knowledge, which I'll get to in a minute. For the nurturing, you're going to want to talk about the community. You're going to want to talk about how safe the area is, how the sunlight comes in, and the warm and wonderful things about the property. You're not going to be talking about all the technical junk in the house, or you're going to lose them. So a typical greeting for nurturing is a hug. And we learned there's actually a right way and a wrong way to hug. Because if you hug a nurturing person, you give them that bap, bap, bap tap, sometimes that can be an issue. I've had nurturing people give me the tap and everything, but they say, if you're going to really truly hug somebody right, you go the left arm up, so you're heart to heart. I did not know that, and I learned something new. And this is Robin. She's absolutely amazing. 70,000 in 30 days, and she was also in, I forgot what her company was. I just talked to her the other day. But she made a lot of sales that she would not have without the bank cards. And she said it was just absolutely phenomenal. And she was able to connect, and that's what she felt so great about. She was able to immediately speak the language, and she's made lifelong friends because of the bank codes. Now, knowledge. This is our last one. This is the, I would say, the most difficult personality, because they're super intelligent, and they are hard to get along with sometimes, but they are the ones who engineer the box. They are the brainiacs. We say that the knowledge make the rules, the blueprints enforce the rules, the nurturers bend the rules, and the action break the rules. So here's a little bit about knowledge. They are all about the intelligence, the logic. They're the ones who are watching this right now who are going, I'm not sure. It's fascinating, but I want to know more. I've got the white paper to show you. And we have lots and lots of information. I've got so much information for you, it'll knock your socks off. But all about really breaking down everything, because they're usually the smartest people in the room. And this is their greeting. Oh, yeah. And overall, we found that the Ks really like Star Trek. I have a very high K, and I love Star Trek. I'll tell you stories about me partying with some Vulcans if you want. It's a lot of fun. But actually, the greeting is usually a very simple, staid, here's my business card. They're not really about personal interaction. You'll see them off to the side. They're the ones who would like to read a book on their own and be absolutely fine with that. See, another thing is, if you know how to break people's codes, you can become the best gift giver ever, because you know exactly what to give them. It's really awesome. But Brett's a great guy. I just met him a couple weeks ago, and he's in the book, Why They Buy. And what he did was, there was a company he was working with. They needed something that was like a $2 million some equipment, but they wanted to just do a couple of little things and try to make it work as long as they could. Well, he knew that he was dealing with some blueprints. And so he went in and said, your risk by doing this is way greater. And so we need to go ahead and do this deal. And in short, they did the deal like a year ahead of schedule and for double the price. Absolutely amazing. So what is your bank code? Now, if I broke your code, you know there are 4 codes. However, if you look at all of the different iterations, there are actually 24 bank codes. So if you're thinking, well, if I deliver the right code, I've got 25% shot, as I'm doing it right now. Actually, you have a 4% chance of delivering the right presentation because you don't know all 4 codes. Because everyone has all 4 codes, but they have them in different orders. So once you get the training and learn, it's actually quite easy to discern who you're dealing with and how they free flow. It's really fun. I've gotten quite good at it. And for UKs, it's actually 1 out of 24. I think it's like a 4.11 some odd chance. You know what it is. So what we say is, if you can crack your prospect's code, you can take it to the bank. You unlock the yeses. And you do it by communicating with them in their code. And so you can both understand each other. And the way we say, when people say, well, is this, you're manipulating? Absolutely not. We are speaking somebody's code because otherwise we're going off of ignorance or arrogance that they think the same way we do. We're giving the respect to the people that we're dealing with so that we can understand where they are coming from. That takes more. When does a salesperson do that? They deliver their presentation and get out of there. We don't do that. So the bank value cards, as you've seen, are the ones that I gave you by hand. And these are, all the values are on there. Let me tell you a quick story. Darren Gunawardena, software guy. He was going in to give a presentation. He thought he had blueprints and knowledges all around the table. So what he did was he had prepared his presentation for knowledges, for blueprints. So it was very technical, very knowledgeable and all that. So he took out the cards and he carded everybody just like I did you. And he found out that the room was predominantly nurturing. So he had prepared the wrong presentation. And this was a big deal. This is a full boardroom. He was scared. He's like, I don't know if I can do the cards. And Sherry's like, do the cards. So he's like, okay, I'll do the cards. And he did. And the funny thing was, they broke their cards and then they gave it to the other person. And their other person was like, oh, well, let me see your cards. What's your card? Everybody's having a good time because they're breaking each other's codes. They're getting to know each other. It's really, really fun if you do it. If you have a brokerage and you want to have all of your realtors working together as a unit, break all their codes. Have fun with it. I will come and I will do it for you. And we'll break all the codes and have fun and we'll learn how to communicate better. I do trainings on that. That's why I'm a certified and licensed trainer. I can show you how to do that. So anyway, Darren broke all their codes, found out they were nurturing. And so he changed his presentation, delivered it from the heart, and made $250,000 in one negotiation. Now, I know most of you on this are realtors, and this works for any industry. So, but I focus on real estate because that's my niche. I understand real estate. So I'm starting with real estate in Los Angeles, in the region here. And as some of you know, I think I might have mentioned Danny. Danny, I have his book over there. Danny Malero. He runs Intero Real Estate. Thank you. Wow. Intero Real Estate. They have become the #3 real estate company in Southern California, and he is a dynamo. I met him a couple of weeks ago. Danny Morell. Thank you. Danny Morell. And he recently became an affiliate with us, and he is training his entire force in bank. So he is going to skyrocket. And so I'm giving everybody the opportunity to say, hey, let me show you how this works. So a limited opportunity right now. Normally I would do this live, but for all of you that want these cards that I showed you, they're valued at $100. I will give them to you for $20 cash, but we do it online. That's fine. Let me know if you want them and we'll do it. It'll be $25 if I have to mail it, or if I see you, I'll give them to you for $20. You can start using them right there. We usually do a countdown clock of 60 seconds. Let me tell you, as I said, bank is perfect for anything. It works, and it's also great for relationships. We'll talk about that later on. But bank is a game changer, according to Les Brown, who is absolutely enamored with bank code. He says it is absolutely phenomenal. And the reason, I have to do something here. Hold on. I have to escape that. I have to hit a button. There we go. There we go. Okay. So bank is, I've got to go really, really quick because they're knocking me out of this. So bank is the solution. Here's the quick thing. The bank pass is the holy grail. This is what I was telling you about. You can do this online. This is the updated site that you can see in front of you. It is getting a great facelift. It is phenomenal. So what we're doing is I can have you go to the bank pass now, and you'll see it's just the 4 cards, and you do the change, and you break your code. And this is how you're going to have people crack their code online everywhere. It's going to be mobile friendly. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's like mybankcode.com/your access code. Now my code is Spencer, so it's mybankcode.com Spencer. I am a licensed affiliate. This is not, and I repeat, this is not multi-level marketing. This is intellectual property, and I am a licensed affiliate. It's like being an Amazon affiliate. So I can tell you about some pricing structures, but you can make money with this as well if you want to. But what we do is you get on this site and you drag and drop the cards, you break your code, then you put in your information, and then you get an amazing report sent to you. Now, here's the powerful part of this. Online, anywhere around the world, you get unlimited cracks of people's codes, just like you did with cards. Online, they get this report, which you can say is valued up to $97, and it's free to them. People love that. You can do this at an open house with a couple and say, I just gave you $200 worth of free stuff. Here's your great reports. And they just cracked your code right in front of you, so you know exactly how to talk to them. But if you're not right in front of them and they crack their code, they get their report and you get their report. They crack their code and tell you how to communicate with them. That is priceless. So you can communicate, you can negotiate, you can sell. Plus, you get a CRM you get a back online dashboard that puts all of these people in line. You can do something that is really impressive. You can do what we call power scripting. And all of your marketing materials, you're sending it out, you're hoping it's doing what you need it to do. You may have gone through an NLP course, and you can do a couple of things there, but this tells you, if you know their code, you can send out your messaging, your marketing to all 4 codes. You can segment them in this CRM and email them or send out whatever you need according to their codes. It is cutting edge marketing, and you can do it for each one. It is absolutely phenomenal, but that's down there further. So let's get down to the money part of it because, of course, there's always something to sell. Bank Pass membership. If you want to have the Bank Pass membership, crack unlimited codes, and get all the training, it's $129 a month plus a $99 activation fee. Now, that $129 a month is unlimited cracking codes. Now, if you understand the power of this, you understand how ridiculously cheap that is. And not only that, you have all this training. We used to have all of this training was $2,000 for the year. And it was the core, pro, platinum subscriptions. All of these have been done away with. Now the enterprise, that's a different one. If you have a big enterprise, like 100, 1,000, 10,000 people, we can help you with that as well. We can do your whole batch. But the virtual training here, you can train, you can track, measure, and deliver the right presentation 100% of the time. Now think of what will happen with your income and your sales. You're talking about an increase up to 300%. Because you can get the yes and close your sale in less time. And I can show you how that matters incredibly much. Predict buying behavior in less than 90 seconds, triple your income, and double your time off. All of that, you may not want to crush your competition if you're nurturing, but you can do some great, great stuff. So you get 1 more yes per month, 1 more yes per week, 1 more yes per day. What does that mean to you? How much would you invest to earn, let's say, you get $1 million listing. What do you get out of that? 3%, 30,000? How much would you invest to get that 30,000? Pretty good amount of money. These 4 people did it. And you can see why they become members of this. So this is actually a $20,000 value. Think about your return on investment. How much is it going to cost? So if you wanted to, we can get you started. We have a special offer today only, meaning I am going to waive the $99 fee. So your Bank Pass membership is $129 a month, the $99 activation fee. But here's the thing. It gets even better. This is an unlimited virtual access, means you can crack codes all day long. Doesn't matter how many codes. That will alone skyrocket your business. But we waive that fee, and we also have the opportunity to make it $99 a month. So most people get 1 to 2 opportunities in a lifetime. This is an opportunity to expand your business, whatever it is. If you want to be a part of the bank code system, great. I can show you how to make lots of money there, because we're looking for people who want to make a minimum of $8,000 to $10,000 a month as affiliates with us. I'm looking to train people personally. But for this right now, I'm looking to help you build your business the way you want to build it. And that's what this tool is. For $129 a month, you can have an amazing dramatic growth as we are in the bank code system. So we have an opportunity to join us now. We're in 40 different countries. And for that, you can have your own bank business. So the affiliate is $199 for the annual fee to be an affiliate, like an Amazon affiliate, that sort of thing. Here's the kicker. With the affiliates being the $199 fee, you get all of the same stuff for $99 a month. Now that is a huge amount of training, and you'll love that. $99 a month, save $30 a month. Now you have to have the affiliate fee, but that basically comes back to you in like 6 months. So now there's the Fast Start system. We give you everything. There's affiliate, there's banker, trainer. I am a trainer, as you can see down in the bottom right. We're looking for some bankers. Trainer is by application only. We have to approve that, but a banker is another possibility. If you really want to amp it up, we have the Vault. The Vault is training. We train you to sell, speak, train, and lead. You can become a banker. That's a $10,000 fee. That is the full thing, $10,000 affiliate fee. As a regular affiliate, you get a 20% commission. There's a 2-tier plan. It's like a broker and a realtor. You get your 3% there. We give 20% commission. So on anything you sell that is bank code, you get a 20% commission. Now, as a banker, you get a 30% commission and deeper commissions. You get 3-tiered affiliate plan. So you get a little bit of override on some others, which is awesome. So here's the big thing. $129 a month, unlimited virtual access, $20,000 worth of training, which I've gone through, which is, I will tell you, it is world-class. It is phenomenal. You will be able to break codes without using the cards. It's really impressive there. Or you can do it $99 a month, become an affiliate, and share this with other people. If you know anybody that you think would want to do this, would want to expand their business, great, share it with them. And if not, give me referrals. I will share it with them. And I am a trainer, so I will come and train anybody and show anybody. I love this stuff. Being an NLP trainer, I think this is an NLP master hack. It's very exciting. I've only got 2 minutes, so that's where we are right now. And I'm going to tell you, you get unlimited access on all this. You get started. Here's here's everything. 129 member, 199 affiliate. There's your tier. There you go. And you'll also have admission to some of the next trainings that we're going to have, Codebreaker Summit. I'll tell you about that later. That's why they buy, and that is it, everybody. Now, you can get in touch with me. You have my email. You have my contact information. But if you want to write this down real fast, you can go to bankcodespencer@gmail.com. That's bankcodespencer, SPENCER, and get in touch with me. Other than that, I'm going to sign off now, and I look forward. I will follow up with everybody that was on this. I thank you for your time. I look forward to helping you expand your success up to 300% rapidly. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.